was a hell of a game. I think certainly it turned into a great hockey game. We dug ourselves a hole at the beginning of the game. Guys battled out of that. And, certainly both teams traded a lot of chances. They got the bounce, putting the puck on the net. And it's a tough loss, but we've got to move forward. And we did a lot of good things after the first period. And the game became, like I said, a hell of a hockey game. So we'll move on and get ready for next week.
At this time, let's go ahead and direct our questions to Jack and Mike, and then we'll come back to Coach. Any questions?
I know, Mike, what were you thinking at 3-0? It's 6 minutes into the second period, and you're looking up at the scoreboard. It's 3-0. At that point, had you guys played much of a game at that point?
Well, obviously we got ourselves into a little hole, but we were trying to stay positive on the bench. We know we have a great character team, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to get back into the game. And we just try to stress, get that first one, and then go from there.
Mike, how about at the end of the period? You almost got your hat trick right at the horn.
Yeah, goalie made an unbelievable save with his toe. I actually thought he had a chance of squeaking in, but he played really well tonight, and got to give him credit.
Jack, did you feel like this was a pretty good warm-up for the NCAA tournament?
I guess you could call it that. I don't know. Obviously, we can't come out and start like that. It's just you can't do that in the playoffs. And we dug ourselves a hole, like Mike said, and it just shows character on our team coming back like that. We've been a pretty fortunate team in overtime over the past couple of years. Tonight just wasn't our night.
Any other questions for the student athletes? I think you guys can go. All right, this time we'll take questions for the coach. All right. Any other questions? All right.
The senior class here that you've been able to coach, 4 straight WCHA Final Five appearances. We won the first one, but possibly aren't quite what you were looking for. But
Well, what can you say? I mean, they've been a tremendous group. Number one, I mean, it's certainly extremely difficult to even get to this point when you play through our league. And I thought today we looked like a team that hadn't played, and they looked like a team that played coming out of the gate. And that's sometimes how that happens. But I'm certainly extremely proud of our team for not quitting. But it's difficult to get here. And I told them today. I mean, last year we left here we lost the game to Bemidji, but it was an awful hockey game. At least tonight was a good hockey game, and someone was going to win and someone was going to lose. So, you've got to have short-term memory at this time of the year and get ready to play. You can't dwell on losses. You got to play, and some teams don't get a second chance. We're fortunately going to have a second chance to keep playing. So we've got to regroup and have a good week and prepare, because there is no second chances now.
70 shots, Scott. Hard to get 70 shots and lose the game. Obviously, their goalie was great. And,
felt like we were playing Minnesota early in the year, Bruce.
Yeah.
We had, both teams had great chances. I mean, obviously, Jack had a few, and Travis. I mean, some of our guys that, Britt made some big saves. He played well. I thought Kenny played well too. He made some great saves too. And again, I think both teams say the same thing. Put the puck on the net, you never know what's going to happen. I thought there was a lot of weird bounces tonight. Kind of the same thing. I think they were even on a line change, and puck kind of bounced away from Kenny there, and Bergie got kind of turned around, and that's what happens. Good. That's how a lot of those goals are scored. So we got one last weekend against Minnesota State, same way, putting it on the net and creating rebounds. So, but we had opportunities, certainly to score.
Scott, would you like to be back here next week playing with the goal, in the same region with the Gophers, or that?
I mean, I'm just excited about having the opportunity to play. I mean, would it be nice from a fan standpoint? Certainly, you know, to be able to maybe come down here and watch us play again. But, you know, at this time of the year, just you're happy to be one of the 16 teams and having that opportunity. And, you know, we're going to have that opportunity to defend our national championship by being in there. So where we end up, you know, everybody's good at that time of the year. So you still got to win 2 games to keep going.